Hello, I'm Colleen Pearl, the Cool Crone, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about the August astrology for Sagittarius. Hello, Sagittarius. This is your tarot card reading for the month of August. I've laid out the tarot cards here. We've got week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and I've pulled some astro cards for you. They're sitting here, and I've rolled the astro dice. Now, I have to preface this whole reading by saying out of the 12 cards of tarot that I laid out for you, 8 of them are major arcana. Sagittarius, this means that August is a very big month for you. It means that this is a very important month for you, one that pretty much things are going to play out whatever you do. You really don't have a lot of control over this, but it looks like things are going to go in a way that you really like. So I think it's going to be fine. I don't want to scare you. I just want to say that when things get moving in the universe and then the major arcana show up like this, it's saying that this is what's going to happen. So I hope I interpret the cards correctly for you. Let's get into it. The first card is the Chariot. The Chariot means that things are in motion, that you have put things out to the universe and said this is what you want to have happen. However, this card is reversed. So this means that, yes, you have put the information out to the universe. However, it hasn't really started to show or manifest yet, but it will be. And when it does, it probably will move quite quickly. The second card for the first week in August is the King of Cups. Now, the King of Cups is a benevolent leader or ruler. This could be you. This could be a father figure or an authority figure or a partner, like a business partner or a romantic partner. But the King of Cups is a fair person. The King of Cups demonstrates nurturing and care and compassion and love. So this is a good person to have in your corner. And then we have the Moon. I think there's 4 signs got the Moon this month. So a lot of Moon stuff is going on for people. Let's talk about the Moon. The Moon in a horoscope has to do with your domicile, your moods, your emotions, your heart, your feelings, your home, the family around you. But it also, when it shows up, say like in the 10th house, it's the public. It's how you react to the public. So this could mean that something having to do with whatever your plan is going to go out to the public. You may not be ready for it, because the plan that you put out with the Chariot here is not quite rolling. It's not quite manifesting. But the King of Cups is there to protect you. He is a benevolent ruler. He's a person that's going to take a look at what's going on and protect you. Now, you may be feeling also vulnerable with the Moon here in the first week of August. You may be feeling like you don't quite know what to expect. You're not quite certain how people are going to react to whatever it is that you're putting out. You could also feel like you want to retreat, like you want to pull back. You don't want to be out in the public eye. However, the deed is done and it's already happening. So, Sag, I would say protect yourself as best you can. Put your best foot forward at all times, but use as much protection as you feel you need, both spiritually, emotionally, physically. Just make sure that you're not vulnerable unnecessarily as much as possible. Have a few people around you. Now, people are also getting the Magician card a lot this month. So the Magician this starts off the second week of August. The Magician is telling me that you have a lot of resources and you are able to manage things and manifest what it is that you want. So regardless of the Chariot not quite getting things off the ground, you're still quite capable of making everything happen that you want to have happen. And Sag, it's happening. It is happening this month. Things are just exploding for you. The next card for the second week is the Empress, and this is good with the Moon, because this means that you will be protected as much as you need to be. You will be in control as much as you need to be. But more than anything, you are the Empress. You are the person with the nurturing and the compassion and the power and the fertility and fecundity to birth new ideas, to birth children, to birth really anything that you want: nations, countries, cities, towns, businesses, websites, blogs, vlogs, YouTube channels. You can do anything you want with this power as long as you honor your divine feminine. Whether you're a man or a woman, you honor your divine feminine, because that is the power that is coming forward in our world today. Now, here we have the World. I told you there was a lot of major arcana. So here we have the World. This means that a chapter is coming to an end so that something new can begin. So if you had any worries, maybe part of what you started out with the Chariot was to wrap up your old life to get ready for this new life. And this is the card saying, no worries. We're taking care of that for you. That will happen for you. Don't worry about it. It also means that anything that you are trying to achieve in the world will be achieved. If whatever you're trying to do has to do with affecting the world, like an international business or something, this will happen. You've got the world there at your fingertips, at your reach. So that's really, really exciting too. Now, the beginning of the third week, Ace of Cups. I mean, could this reading get any better, Sag? I don't know. So whatever you're doing, you love it. You're this new thing that's starting out is in your heart. It's your passion. It's your love. So whether this is a child, a new relationship, a new business partnership, a new business, a new project, a new book, a new whatever, you love it. And so if you do what you love, you never work a day in your life, right? So this is a fantastic card to get on the third week of August, so that with all of the other stuff that's happening here, you're going to love what's coming out of it. And I think, Sag, you needed that because of this card, because you are feeling vulnerable and feeling a little, not unsure, but vulnerable, like worried, like, ooh, not quite sure I want to be out there all the way doing this. So whatever you're putting out there is very, very close to your heart, and you really do love it. That's why you've got the Ace of Cups there. Then, God, this is an amazing reading. Then for the third week, we've got the High Priestess. So you've got access to the higher mysteries, to the arcane knowledge, to the secrets, to the occult. You're able to tap in to these very deep mysteries that you've always wanted to know, Sagittarius. I know you're a sign that just loves getting involved with this stuff. You love the whole study of religions and philosophies and other cultures and other worlds. And you are tapping into that. Whatever this project is, you are bringing all of this. And also, this could mean too that whatever you're bringing forward has a big dose of spirituality with it, or it is totally a spiritual business that you're trying to get off the ground. Really big energies here for you to succeed in this. And yes, this is success. We have the Star. If I pulled these cards, I couldn't have pulled better cards. We have the Star. So whatever it is that is going on with you, you're going to succeed. You're going to be happy. You're going to be out there being lauded by the public. You're going to be the star of whatever it is that's going on for you. So that's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. It just brings to mind, you know, who's a Sag that I wish this reading were for, was Britney Spears. This would be a phenomenal reading for her. Just phenomenal. Okay, back to reality. The Two of Swords. This means this is the beginning of the fourth week in August. This means you're going to have to make a decision. And even though the woman has a blindfold on, obviously nothing's binding her hands. She's just holding those swords up. She could always put those swords down and take off the blindfold. So whatever's going on, if you're, false modesty is not good, Sagittarius. Just go ahead and enjoy the moment. It looks like you're trying to make a decision that's going to make you seem like you're humble with all the things that are going on. Forget about that. Just enjoy the moment. However, if you are having an intellectual dilemma, consult your experts, consult your team, consult yourself, and figure out what it is that you need to make the decision about. The next card is the Hanged Man, and he's come up right side up. So this to me means that the change in perspective that is needed has something to do with this decision that you have to make. So this last week is the only week that has any sort of challenge to it whatsoever. So you have to make a decision. With the reversed Hanged Man here, you will come to a new perspective, and then I think you'll be able to see the information that lays at your feet. So very interesting how these cards are working together. Very interesting that you are in a position where you're not really going to have much time to catch your breath, but you've got to make time. You've got to make time so that you can contemplate and allow the information to bubble up to the surface so that you can make the decision and change your perspective. That's going to be very, very, very important for you. And the final card is the Six of Swords. Now, this card usually is the, moving out of choppy waters into calm waters, but it's also just changing the environment, changing your environment, changing what's going on in your environment, and making it more copacetic, making it easier to deal. So for you, Sagittarius, knowing that you love travel, if you have to actually travel somewhere, that's a big blessing for you. But this is a minor arcana, and these are all major. Most of them are all major arcana. I think this is when the chariot really starts to roll, is at the end of August. And it's showing that you're going to be able to move out of this situation where the things that you wanted to be out in the public are finally coming out. Or maybe they're not things being out in the public. Maybe it's just that the wheels were turning, but just not turning to where you were aware of them. Or when they were turning, they were not using the information that you put out there. And I think finally that's going to happen. And I think that's what this card is showing for the final card in August, for the final week in August. So now let's look at the astrology cards. Sagittarius, Taurus, I have. So you do have lots of resources is what you have. And I think you're going to be able to use them very, very wisely, very well in the month of August. And then we've got the Sun, Spirit. You're a fire sign, so the Sun is a very copacetic planet to show up for you, Sagittarius. I think that's going to make you very happy and make you feel very whole and fulfilled. And then we also have Gemini, I think. Gemini is the opposite sign from you, Sagittarius. So whatever this decision is, obviously you're going to have to sit and think about it a little bit. But don't forget to use your intuition as well, Sag, because I know that's a big deal for you. And it's not just the other sages and philosophers who can come up with information. You can too. That's because you're the magician. I was going to say you're the musician. Oh, geez. Okay, now the dice are 2, Virgo, and Moon. And so I'm going to say that that's the Moon in Virgo in the second house. So this is talking about money. The second house is how we earn a living. And Moon in Virgo is a very exacting moon. It's a moon that's going to have really exacting daily habits and really meticulous things. And it's going to concern itself with the hands. That's how I'm interpreting that. So whatever's going on with this kind of stuff, think about that. It's meticulous. It's precise. It's the hands. It's mental, but it's also something that you don't forget that you really, really love. You've got the Ace of Cups right there. That's really fantastic. And I guess it's going to bring you money, I guess, because it's the second house. So that's really, really well. And it's going to be on a regular basis. The moon is changeable. So it could mean that the income stream fluctuates a little bit, but Virgo is an earth sign. And so there will be a steadiness there. You will get to understand the cycle of this income stream very, very well, very quickly, so that you can plan accordingly for the fluctuations. Okay, that's what I have to say about that, Sagittarius. Very exciting reading. I can't believe that you got so many major arcana. And I just want to emphasize this is a really, really important reading for you for August for Sagittarius. All right, I'll see you next time.